Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people, rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective, it's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. With our hearts uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. What them tries could have killed you, but with faith you recovered. Yup. Peel off the makeup, we finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. Execute goes regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to.
Hi, everybody. I am Universe Badger. We have Moon Tortoise.
Hello.
We have Gilly.
How you doing? Can you hear
Shit,
me this
Gilly.
time?
Hi, Gilly.
Can you hear
And
me?
then we have, yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yep.
Okay. And then we have the Secrets of the Moon. Secrets of the Moon, can you hear us? Secrets of the Moon left us high and dry.
Always
That's
be a
okay.
secret.
It'll
Hi,
always
Gilly.
be a secret.
How you doing?
So, Gilly,
We're
I
doing.
really wanted you to tap into tonight's show. I really wanted you to tap into tonight's show. And I want you to take it from love, because remember who's talking to you. Because I love you so, so much. Tonight's show is about giving pain, giving power to pain. Not intentionally, but we do. So when you hear that, what do you think that means?
I think that when a lot of people say that, what they're thinking is that pain is a natural emotion. But when we sit in it and when we only resonate with it, that it gives the pain the power. However, I believe that there is some pain that you can laugh through or you can have a good moment through, but it's not a choice. um, there are chemical reasons, there are medical reasons, there are environmental reasons, and if you're having trouble changing your environment, you're having trouble changing your circle, or you're isolated in general, if you're at any sort of power imbalance, even mentally at the moment, that it takes away the ability to make the necessary changes to get away from what's causing pain.
Okay. So, Moon Tortoise, when you hear giving power to pain, what do you think of?
Well, it'd be a complex answer for me too. Uh, I don't think I'm with Gilly on the fact that sometimes we get choices put on us and agreements and things that we got to try and fight our way through. That are almost insurmountable, probably without help. And I think that's where community comes into a good play. I think it's increasingly hard somehow in this day and age to turn pain into power. when it's just kind of relegated to the phone box that we got instead of human communication. What I could say on a positive aspect of that is, for personal example, because I can find it relatable, me helping people with drug and alcohol addiction, or talking with addicts, or presenting knowledge, is something positive that came out of every turmoil I had with drinking. But it's still not fair that I lost a lot of time and a lot of health because of it too. So that's something that I try to grasp the duality of that. So I think overall turning that pain and power is a positive thing. It's hard to do sometimes.
So I love how both of you guys looked at it. Not knowing that is not how I thought of it when I wrote it. But I love how perception can give different people an outlook just off a title. And it all depends on what they're wanting to see from it. Can you receive that?
I can. How's the badger?
I am well. Can you receive that, Gilly?
Can I receive that? I
Yep,
want
that
to.
your perception of the title was how you felt, even though that's not why I named it that.
Well, no, because I did try to think about how other people felt, because quite frankly, other people got life figured out better than me at this moment. And so, and in general, it's important for me to understand another person's perspective, particularly to weigh it against mine. Because even though I might be stubborn, I still weigh things against my perspective. And I think we always need to be doing that. And the problem is that there are so many components that add to the perspective. And there are so many different causations that are important to explore, that if those causations continue to be in the picture, it can skew this perspective. It can skew the reality.
So would you guys like to know why I came up with giving power to pain? So
Well, of course.
pain is a feeling, right? Can you both agree to pain's a feeling?
Yeah.
So if we didn't know what that felt like, we wouldn't allowed it to have a place in a memory. We tend to hold on to things that hurt us for a reason. Our memory just holds on to that stuff for a reason. And we associate so many things around that thing that hurt us. We can't remember a word when we're going to tell a story. It doesn't matter if the story was a deep story, an impactful story, or if the story was just a knock-knock joke. Sometimes finding words that are supposed to go where they're supposed to go is hard for us, but yet we can remember pain and we give it a place. Now, matter only exists when you give it attention. And I'm using the experiment when that guy had that fake arm. You guys seen that, where the fake arm was on the other side and they were touching that fake arm to see what that fake arm does?
That's phantom feelings.
Phantom feelings because of what we saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear us, Secrets of the Moon?
I can.
Yeah.
I had
Hey, we
troubleshoot
can
my
hear you.
own stuff.
I said, I don't even gotta worry about her having headphones. She has her own headphones. She got headphones for days. You need your phone charged or headphones, get a hold of Secrets of the Moon.
Do not talk about my head.
I ain't trying to put her on blast, but she got headphones for days. Anyways, so what do you think about giving pain power? Giving power to pain. What does that sound like to you? We even got a moon person here. Moon Taha. How are you? Hey, we got the moon everywhere we are.
How are you? I'm lunar. I'm feeling very lunar.
I don't know where Secrets of the Moon went to. Anyway, so when she comes back, we'll ask her. But so matter only exists when we give it attention. And if we didn't know that pain was associated with hurt, with loss, with sorrow. Pain is associated with so many things. It's huge. You can't say one thing and that only means pain. The definition of pain is so vague. It's huge. I mean, it could be anything, you know? Anything could represent pain. Not everything can represent a smile, though. The word a smile or a laugh. Yet pain could mean so many things. So, Secrets of the Moon, when you hear giving power to pain, what do you think?
Power to pain. I think it's like it's hurt unfinished. It's stuff that you're dealing with that you're not done with, so you get attention. When you have pain, the only way to you don't never erase it, but the only way to manage it is to get through it. So if you're still acknowledging the pain, it's still there because you haven't healed. You haven't addressed it. It's not finished. It's a chapter not finished.
You're so short. All we see is like your chin up. Not even your chin. It's like your lips up.
Oh, let me see. Let me sit. That's not. I am short in real life.
There you go. There you go. That's better.
That's
better. There we go.
Yep.
I don't know where Gilly went to. I wanted to explain though. Hopefully she returns. I want to explain the fact that there's a reason for pain. There really is a reason for pain.
Right.
And like you said, it may be something unfinished. It may be something that we haven't really healed from or unmasked and really dig deep into. But at the end of the day, if we didn't know it existed and we didn't put it in such a place where it requires a Band-Aid, I don't think that we would give it such attention. But we give it so much attention that we let it become a memory. We allow it to become a memory because pain is just a feeling like love. Pain is just a feeling like loss. Pain is just a feeling like something unresolved. It's just a feeling, though. It never is an action. You can't act out pain. You can feel pain, and it can cause you to act a certain way. Nonetheless, that's not from pain. That's you.
Well, your two flavors are physical and emotional, and I think, emotional, sure, but gives you the worst brain freeze of them all, right? It's lasting. It's kind of hard with Gilly. I see Gilly's in a lot of emotional pain. I miss Gilly. I'm glad to see her on the show, and it really does hurt. I'd rather try to drag myself out of a wilderness situation with an arm mangled or missing than deal with any more emotional pain, to be honest with you. I'd rather have that physical aspect of knowing because it does breed so much uncertainty and it can really alienate all your relationships around you and your life and just alienate you from things. And then you fall so deeply into that fear of failure and fear of success or fear of movement whatsoever that, it just kind of hurts to breathe. It sucks. And I'm not saying Gilly's going through that, but I somewhat get how you can't move like that. It sucks to get sedentarily planted. I don't think the phone's a good shovel out of it. That was
No,
what my
not
point was earlier,
not at
which is
all.
what we get relegated to.
Hopefully Gilly comes back on. Hopefully it was just a something call or something. But at the end of the day, we know why it exists. We know what causes it, and we know it hurts. And yet, consciously and subconsciously, we continue giving it a place. We continue allowing it so much of our time and our space that we can't heal or grow because we're so stuck in the moment of the pain. What would life be like if we didn't know pain exists? If all we seen was love, all we felt was love, there would be no such thing as pain because we never even knew it. Like a baby, when a baby's born, a baby don't know what pain is.
Yeah, that learning experience is healthy though.
Extremely, not denying that. What if we didn't know though that it lasts? What if we didn't know that it stays with us forever? What if we didn't know it? We sometimes can't get over it, and it hinders us from having a healthy relationship. I know a lot of people that been through things, including myself. I'm not excluding myself. My life is not rainbows and butterflies at all times. I didn't wasn't raised with the golden spoon in my mouth where everything was given to me. So I still deal with things other people are that are unhealed around me trying to deal with also. So I'm not excluding myself from anyone. I'm just saying, what if we never ever gave it such a home that it became a memory?
It's easier said than done.
Of course, because now we know what it feels like and we've done it for years and we've been through it for years. It's a cycle that is unbreakable through generation. It's something that we cannot change. But I'm just saying it's a feeling though. Matter only exists when you give it attention. I know everybody knows somebody in their life that they used to talk to or date or even went to school with that they don't even know that they're still around right now. They don't know if they're still around because they don't exist to them, because they don't think of them until you think of that person. And then all of a sudden you'll see their name often, or they may even call you or something. But at the end of the day, they did not exist until you thought of them, because everything starts with a thought. I asked, I asked Moon Tortoise, I asked Secrets of the Moon this question, and I think I asked you also. I would love to have asked Skilly if you had a choice. Even audience, I'd like to ask you this question. If you have a choice of knowing what's to come, but you cannot alter it, you just have the ability to know in life. TikTok, just have the ability to know. You cannot alter it or anything. Would you choose the ability to know over the free will to write your own? And a lot of people have chose the ability to know. And they had a
It's
lot of
strange.
reasonings why. Why did you say Secrets of the Moon? Why did you say that you would choose the ability to know?
Because it's not the knowing part, it's the not knowing part for me. It would drive me crazy not to know what's going to happen. And say you can write it and you can set your life in these footsteps. It doesn't matter how you get there. It's knowing. It's not the part that you got there. It's the knowing how to get there. Because that's like today. Like I feel like if I would have knew what I knew now, I would be a totally different person faster than now. Like the steps that it is taking me to get to where I'm I am, that's driving me crazy because if I would just know, if I would know the knowing, then it would be a lot easier.
You can't
I don't know.
change what's to come. You can't change what's to
It's
come, though.
it's not the control part of changing it. It's the control part of just knowing. I just want to know. I just want to know. I don't even think about the changing because whatever happens happens. It is what it is. It's mentality. Yes, I get that, but it's the just not knowing for me that drives me crazy. I can't live with. I would never want to live with that. The what if the not knowing the
You do that
just that
now,
would drive
though.
me crazy. I
You do it
know.
now.
I know. I'm
We all
aware.
do it now. We live every day like that now.
Yes, ma'am.
We don't know what tomorrow's to
Yes.
bring. We don't even know
Yes.
tomorrow's coming. Tomorrow's just a word.
Yeah.
It's just the fact of though.
Yeah.
Do you
True.
believe that your
Yes, it's
subconscious
just
would you believe that your subconscious will remember what you saw and maybe your life would try to pin it that way? Your life would automatically try to go to the way that you saw because your subconscious would lead you to that.
right. I would strongly, yeah, I would strongly agree with that because that's how I feel personally now. Like say, like for instance, I had a dream about something. I feel like my subconscious will guide me to make whatever I see happen, or it's planned out that way. But the just not knowing and don't have any sense of direction or thoughts, or you just let it play out, that would drive me crazy. I personally couldn't do it. I
What
would
do
like
you
to meet
think,
the person that says that they wouldn't, though.
Moon Tortoise? What do you think?
I only know two things: swimming up on the lunar shore and burying my tortoise eggs in the lunar sand, and then never returning, only to hope that my spawn reaches out into space. No, I don't believe that anything is written. I believe if you take a step outside of your door, it's going to butterfly change your life. Whatever you do, I think it'd be impossible to actually calculate what's going to happen to you because a lot of what happens to you is dictated by how you flow through life. So I wouldn't want to know a damn thing. Um, I think it would really screw up the flow of things if we were able to bend time like that. And I already have a lot of power to change some things. Who knows where it could go.
So, Gilly, welcome back. I was saying, if you had a choice to know ahead of time what your life is going to be like, you cannot change it, you cannot alter it, you just know. So you're prepared to what's to come. Would you choose that to know?
I'll be back to you in 1 second, Kim. 1 second. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can you read
Sure.
this real quick? Can you read this real quick, Moon
Sure.
Tortoise?
Of course. Kendall Cobb hops on and says,
All
I've always
right,
had
I'm
that
back.
feeling of knowing. You want me to
Go
finish
ahead.
Kendall's real quick?
Yes, I can get it off the screen.
I've always had that feeling of knowing rather than not knowing, especially when it comes to our own fate in life. I rather not know than keep living my life best way I know how. 100. I accepted those terms knowing I could have died any day when I was at the doctors kept telling me about my life in terms to live up to 50 years. Where I've outdated those terms of knowing, I risk my life every single day. So just to hope for a better tomorrow. All right,
So,
Kendall.
Gilly,
It was hard to
would
read.
you like to know, Gilly, or not know?
No, I want to know.
You can't change it.
I can't change it. That's
You
fine.
can't
I
change
want to know.
It's not
Sounded
going to
pretty
make a
solid,
difference.
my answer.
It's not going to make a difference in the outcome. You still want to know?
Yeah, I want to know.
Okay.
That's
I'm
valid.
going to mute you for a second. And the reason why is because I muted Secrets of the Moon also. When you guys move, we can hear it. We can't hear Moon Tortoises because he's got headphones on.
No.
So it's I see why they both want to know, even though they can't alter it or change it. The ability to know may comfort them, and I think that is because of both of them have experienced some form of pain that they haven't healed yet. They both haven't been able to recover or heal from. And what I was saying before is about your brain. Your brain doesn't know pain. Your nerve endings know pain. Your brain doesn't. Your brain associates pain with hurt, though, but it doesn't know what pain feels like. And
Well, I'm
huh?
sorry.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. So I am also not healed. I'm not cool as a cucumber as I am on the podcast all the time. My life is very chaotic and my thoughts are very chaotic a lot of the time. And one of the reasons I don't want to know is because a lot of the time I don't foresee good things happening. And that's not me trying to manifest bad things. That's me even having a realistic projection of the way things go. And based on trends and how certain things go, I kind of look at things as maybe getting a little more difficult, and I just hope I'm prepared for it. But that's another reason. I'm
Can I tell
learning.
you why I want to know? It's
You
not just
can't.
because
Yeah.
I have unhealed betrayal trauma. It's because I am currently in a situation where if I don't let go of my boundaries, I'm being told I'm being kicked out on the street. And that's just real. And I don't have family to go to. I don't have a friend to go to. I can hang out, but what am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? I don't have a vehicle that works. So you take the ability to consent to how somebody treats you away when they have absolutely no means and no people that are willing to take them in or able to. That is not unhealed trauma. That is current crisis. I am in a current crisis.
You're not alone.
No, I'm not alone, but I am alone in this. And
Because it's meant for you.
not by any deservedness.
No, and not by choice neither. But there's something that you're going to grow from learning from this. And it's as shitty as it may be, as shitty as it is to say it even, there is something that you must learn from this or you wouldn't be receiving it again. And I'm only saying that because there's no other reason for it. You didn't deserve it. You didn't create it. But you're not alone. A lot of us are in
But
toxic
when you're
situations.
being beat up, and I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about emotionally, mentally, psychologically, economically, every day. Every day. And you don't have a place to turn. Not really.
A lot of us are in toxic situations. We just don't show it.
I think
Are
people
you in
don't show it
danger now,
because,
Kelly?
yes, I am.
There's a lack of women's shelters, right?
Yes, there
Or
are.
lack of shelters. There's a
There
lack
are a
of
lack
everything.
of women's shelters. There is a lack of funding for those things. There is waiting lists upon waiting lists for women waiting to get in, and they have to weigh how bad the situation is compared to another. And how do you do that? There's There's cuts that are being made to the only resources that some of us have. There are families that have turned their back on people, and friends that say they are friends but are happy to go on living their lives and can only offer you conversation and judgment. Judgment for staying, judgment for not fighting, judgment for boundaries that you put up that were crossed, judgment for being in the position to begin with, judgment for not getting out of it the way they did without knowing where you're at or what you have. No, I am not the only one, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Okay, it's gonna be hard whether you're alone, you're a mother, you're just established. My dad's always, I barely got him off the street. He's, dying of kidney disease. They don't give a shit about that. My brother's living in a tent. He's lucky he got off the street, and he's still working 2 jobs, and he was getting nickel and dime by this asshole. It's really hard out there. So it's going to be really important for you to make sure that you're aligning yourself with some steps to take. Gilly, you gotta, something's gotta change. Your situation sounds absolutely terrible. What can you do? What's something you can do to start? It's painful to see you go through it.
I feel like I don't have a choice but to put up with it until I find a way. And when my own bedroom's not a sacred place, I don't have enough time to recover to get up and go. I need a friend.
Do you have a tent? I
I
know.
need a friend. I've been a friend, and maybe not lately, because I haven't even been able to advocate for myself and to show up for myself. But I've been a friend, and I need a friend, especially from people who care about the underdog, about the people being
Gilly,
mistreated.
do you get out in the world? Or have you been getting out?
I can't. I need
You have to
somebody
be able to get out.
I need somebody to come and take me out. Because the truth is that I still love him.
Gilly's not good.
And I don't have another place to go or anybody that made me feel like they loved me like that in a long time.
You got to get out into the world and get some different friends going on. You gotta. There's tons of people out there.
Feels
There's only
so
just
pathetic
you're
to be
not.
telling people I can't. I need someone to hold my hand. And maybe that is pathetic right now. And that is not the sum of my life. That is not the story of my entire life. That is not how I
It's not
always
pathetic.
was. But it is the position that I'm in right now. Sometimes people are in that position. And it's not because.
Nothing wrong with that.
But there
You
is,
need
because
some
something's
handholding.
got to change.
Gilly, I don't see the world changing around us in a positive way at all. And I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news on that. We got to be really strong. We got to be strong. And you can't do this alone. You can't. But you aren't going to do it with the 4 or 5 or even less maybe people around you in your circle. You're feeding off of everybody's energy around you. You're in a slump.
This is my bedroom. This was our bedroom. I deserve to be respected in my room.
Yeah.
I deserve to be respected in my bedroom. And I deserve to choose who gets to come in.
Yes. Those are unalienable rights that we have as human,
But you don't
deserve your
when
peace.
somebody tells you to get the fuck out because you're ruining their good time. Somebody that you've loved for years and been loyal to.
You can have a good time yourself. Miley Cyrus said you can buy your own flowers. It's funny, but there's a lot of truth to that shit. Like, really, you got to start buying yourself some flowers. That is the pain and power dynamic, is you will let pain destroy you in
There
any
is
way,
no
shape, or
money.
form.
I have no money. I have no control over the money.
So go get your own money. Get the fuck out of there.
Make
Do
control
whatever
over.
it takes.
Do a OnlyFans and sell your feet pics. Do something. There's a lot of resources.
Or
out
go to
there.
Burger King.
Crafts. Do something. Sell crafts.
You need a change. You need a change,
If
Gilly.
he
It's
brings
just not
her
gonna.
back here one more time tonight, I swear to God, it's not going to be a good night.
Go
See,
get
now
a
that's
baby.
bad situation brewing.
Get a babysitting job and go to somebody else's house where you have to be there to watch their kid.
I don't know how I'm getting through tonight.
Not there, Gilly. You need to get out. It's
where
pretty
are your
nice outside.
flowers?
So what?
Or where are your flowers?
My flop.
No, her.
Where
Where her.
are your flowers?
I don't know what you mean by
Yeah.
that question.
And when I mean flowers, I mean like where are your friends? Because
I
I
don't have any.
when I'm talking about flowers, I mean your friends, because I've been in a DV situation and it was really hard. I had to reevaluate my flowers because I had friends that wouldn't even open the shades so that the sun could shine on me. You know, I eventually got that kind of friend in my life, but without your flowers, who's going to help you continue to grow or to grow out of it? You know, it the abuse, it sounds more like to you than anything that could happen physically, because who wants to hear that every day about a man telling you to get the fuck out, or what the fuck do you want, or get the fuck away from me? That's traumatizing. I went through it as well.
What's more
But you
traumatizing is that
definitely
he
need a
tells you
good
2
set of
days earlier
flowers.
that he loves you.
You definitely need a good set of flowers. You need a good set of flowers, and it's gonna take that one good time for you to be like, you know what? Goodbye. I don't care if I have to sleep in my car. I'm gonna leave.
Okay, I have something to say. So about giving the power to pain. We allow it to become something. We allow it to become this action place, this person, this thing, when it's just a feeling. And we feel trapped and confined. You can't ask somebody to respect your boundaries if you don't respect your boundaries. You can't expect somebody to respect you when you don't respect you.
I put up my boundaries. They're just not listened to, and I'm threatened.
And you don't respect yourself enough that you allow it to say you got to go. Because at the end of the day, to be honest with you, the law says that person cannot kick you out. And you are allowed to go somewhere for safety within that residence because you've been staying there legally.
But he won't make it hell for me if I don't.
That's not your problem. You're not allowing it. You can't make it healthy for you. You got to make it healthy for you.
No,
It's
I
not
said I'm being.
I'm gonna ask everybody else what's the title mean to them. Flavor Hype. What does giving power to pain mean to you?
Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Giving power to pain. Allowing it to have influence over you, over your decisions. That's what power is. And if you give power to pain, you're allowing it to have influence over you. Now, the thing is, you have a choice to twist the narrative of that pain and that power that it has. Pain it hurts, but there's also some type of, sometimes there's a good hurt. For instance, if you that's an example, you work out, you have soreness after that pain you go through, you're going to get growth from that. So you're willingly doing that. Now, sometimes you can't control the pain that you're going through, but while yes, it hurts, that pain is going to be a bridge. Now, it might be a rickety bridge, it might sway a little bit left and right, and you might be extremely fearful of that, especially if you look down over the side and down over the side of the bridge, you'll see that there's a depth there that you have no idea what would happen if you fall over. But there's a reason why they say don't look down. You keep your eyes focused. Going through the pain, going through that bridge allows you to remain focused on something. There's something on the other side of that bridge. I'll just keep going forward. There are other things going on. There could be wind blowing, sounds I'm hearing, a lot of fear going through that pain. And while it still hurts, you still have the choice to continue. I'm not saying it is easy at all. I'm not saying you wouldn't want to give up. Not saying that you probably wouldn't stop and pause for a minute to gather yourself and continue on. But at the end of that, through that pain, once you get on the other side of it, you'll understand I can get through it. I'm just afraid to have to go through all of that. There is fear there. And that's what that pain also encompasses. The fear is also in your mind. Now, the physical pain, emotional pain, psychological pain, all of that can be involved in that as well. Yes, that does not make it any easier. But that pain that you're giving power to, it's all about how you're gonna switch the narrative of that. My pain caused me to go forward. You can sit there in the pain, or you can go through the pain and get over it. It's going to be difficult to do, though. You have to make that choice and discipline yourself to it.
SGF Graham. What does the title mean? Giving power to pain.
When you always living in the negative situation that's occurring around you, when I run into people that always want to relate to negative things versus the positive things or whatever, like you give them a couple of negative stories and they'll be like, oh, I knew we had something coming or whatnot or whatever. Also, I'll look at that person as, yeah, the pain that took over them, or something my dad liked to say that he used to call me back in the day when I was younger. He'd be like, oh, you're pain free. He'd be like, as soon as you get tired of that pain or whatever, you'll walk away from it or whatever. But most people live and thrive in it, and that's the power of pain. The fear of abuse, or rather it's physical or negative, verbal or mental. It's all types of, in my experience or seeing the people that I know, it's a lot of power and pain. I've never understood why a lot of people couldn't just walk away, and they seem, male and female, and they just seem to be stuck in this rut that I really don't even know if they want to get out of it. And I'm like, yeah, it's really power and pain or whatever. That's what keeps them there. That's the only thing I could think that keeps them there, is the power and the pain.
Not if you don't have a place to go.
It's okay, Gilly. It's okay, honey. It's okay. Just wait.
I just
Mo-
got on. So I have no idea what the previous conversation was.
no, that's okay. That's okay. No, she didn't know that you just come on. Moon Tortoise, can you read this title? Can you read this bullshit on the screen?
Bullshit. And now it's our esteemed comments. Badger.
Well, I don't
I
know
will.
what
Cool,
that was at the tip of my
cool
tongue. I didn't.
Vibes introduces. No, I know what you're saying. Releasing yourself from your own thoughts and others' opinions and agreements of you is the first step to healing from any form of mental pain. Every lesson is a potential blessing, says Chili Mo. Stay mentally strong. Thanks,
There's
Chili.
more. There's a bunch.
There's more. We only allow what we allow. Take back the power of self awareness and respect. Oh, Shannon Trochet, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Well, you know what you went through, and you know about not being able to get out because you felt about that person. It takes a lot of strength to get through that type of situation. Jackie, I get what you're saying to this woman, but you have a real man in your life now. I can speak on this because I'm your man, and although we go through ups and downs from your past, everyone doesn't find someone like me willing to work through the pain you endured. This woman doesn't know how to escape because Kendall Cobb. Even when you love that person, you're putting your life at risk.
Sorry, y'all. That's my man.
Uh, I kind of gathered that. It's all right. He's welcome. If you've been that type of toxic person, has to get up and leave, no matter how hard it will be. You have that choice to start over again, and a new account set up. Get him reported. I know it's harsh. I would hate to see anything get worse where it's concerning. Because Kendall's a sweetie.
It's not. It's not. I don't stay because of love. I don't. I don't have a place to go. I don't have money in my pocket. I don't have family to go to. I don't have an advocate.
You have to become your
Gilly,
own.
you gotta build. Yeah, you gotta build some resources here.
You got to become your own advocate. I know it doesn't seem like it. That's a whole bunch, and it's just not easy. It's easier said than done, but you got to find that strength, and that's why you're being tested again, because you have to stand on your own 2 feet. No one's gonna hold your hand. I know it feels good. I'm gonna say this. I know somebody a few years ago that felt exactly like you, and that wanted someone to hold their hand, and they no longer feel like that. They had to do it on their own.
I've done it on my own so many times. This isn't my whole story. This is my story now.
And I get that,
And,
but we're
I've
still
done it carrying other people.
and I get that,
But
and I
I'm
still want
telling
to.
you, I'm in a situation that's different.
So then
And
call
I
the law.
need somebody to believe me.
Call the law if you have to.
Gilly,
That's where the love comes in. That's why I need help, because it's not purposeful. This is an illness because I've been in these types of relationships so many times. And I've been here in this one so many times that it's no longer a choice that I can make on my own. And I don't know how to explain that, but I know there's other people out there who know how I'm feeling and know what I'm saying. And there's got to be help for somebody who's in a position where they can't help themselves at the moment.
there's not
No
a lot of
matter
help
how
out
weak
there.
or infantile that sounds, and this is not
You're
how
not
it
weak.
always was.
One
People
second,
don't understand.
Gilly,
1 second. 1 second. You have to receive in a conversation. To get help, you have to be able to receive. And what Moon Tortoise was saying to you was important to receive at the present second.
it's important to receive as your friend. The first thing you're going to want to do is get yourself some kind of portable shelter, Gilly. And you're going to have that portable shelter. You're going to get lighters. You got to do that. You got to try and, well, it's nice out. Get employed somewhere easy, build some money up, and then fix little things on your car. You need to compile what's wrong with your car.
You know,
You
I
got to
used
get
to
out of the
say about the
situation.
foster care system that it would be nice if somebody came and took the parents away to go get help and then moved in with the kids, had a nice grandmother move in with the kids. When you are in a situation where there is a power imbalance, not just in one area, but in multiple areas, it puts you in the position of a child in multiple ways. And it takes away your ability to consent or not consent to certain things. And there
I'm
needs
listening.
to be, I wish I didn't have to leave every time somebody abused me or
Well,
just
you
take the abuse.
eventually you won't have to once you get your own place. Once you get to the point where
Yeah.
you have your own everything, no one will tell you to get out. I promise you, you're not the only one that goes through things, and you're not the only one that has to do it alone. You have to find that strength. If you want better, you'll do better. You will accept better. You'll do better. You got to treat you right because you can't expect somebody else to treat you good when you treat yourself shitty. I'm not speaking to just speak. I was there before. And no one's going to come up to you and say, let me put my whole life aside and hold your hand and let's walk this together because I want to be your strength for you because you're weak. You have to be strong enough for you to do it, or it's not going to make a difference because you're still going to go back as an addict.
I've
Unless
done
it's
it for others.
I don't care. Now it's time to do it for you then. As an addict, we don't quit the addiction until we're ready to quit the addiction, and it still knocks on our door every single day. We don't have someone holding our hand saying, here, this is what I need you to do. No, you have to fight that addiction every single day. Every single day. You want better for this person. You see better for this person, but this person don't see better for themselves. You can't expect them to respect something you don't even respect. And that's honest. And it sucks. I had someone come to me and they told me that I was practicing insane moments. It was insanity all over again. And I didn't realize what they meant. And I took offense to it. And I thought they were attacking me. And they weren't. They said what I was doing was insanity, the definition of insanity, because I did some dumb shit and expected a different outcome. And it wasn't. It was the exact same outcome because the one variable that makes the difference never changed. And that was self. You have to change for you. No one can do it for you. You have to want to get better for you and do better for you. It's going to be shitty and it's going to be rough. I slept in my car more than one night, a year or so. When I first started this show, I did almost a whole year in my car, homeless, recording this show.
He ran my car down.
You got millions of excuses of why. Now you got to find one why you're still there.
Gilly,
Go ahead.
maybe 7 years ago now. Don't know your whole situation, but I was in a situation where I felt like I had nowhere to go. I had nobody to help me and all that. Then one day I just left and accepted being homeless. And after the first day of I can't believe I'm homeless and all that, it came the second day and the third day of dang, I ain't got to deal with that person or whatever, and then the realization of I'm better than my situation. And I got back on my feet. I was only in this homeless situation. I was still homeless, but I wouldn't call a hotel homeless. You got a place over your head. Whatever. I guess it depends on if your cup is half full or half empty. It might not be what you want, but there's always a place to go. Rather it's a garage, a shelter, a storage. It's just, of course, nobody wants to do that. But in order to break away, first you're telling yourself, at least for me, I can speak for me. What I'm telling myself is I trust myself to get myself out of the situation. And even if you don't, you putting yourself in a situation where you have no choice but to depend on you. I'm listening to every time Henry Moon Tortoise say something, he give you some advice, you go right back to what's going on. You take the advice, just move forward on it. Even if you don't believe that it'll work, move forward on it and prove that it won't be. Instead of making the excuse in the house, assuming that it won't work. But you got to drop the assumption of it won't work, because everywhere you go, they're gonna see your energy. They're gonna feel your energy. They're gonna be like, oh, she don't want this. Oh, she don't want to do it. She only doing this because somebody told her to do it. But there is a will or whatever, there is a will and there's a way or whatever. If you want a relationship, obviously that's something that you want. But at the same time, you have to be the person that you want the person to respect. Or whatever. They see your beauty, they see your gift, they see your talent, and then they see your insecurities and realize that they can run you. So you got to get to the point to where you trust your decisions. Even if that's just, that you're going to go out every day and look for a job that's going to put you in a better situation. That's something that you can build on. Or whatever, you're going to talk to Kimberly or Henry or whoever every Tuesday privately or whatever. These are things that's making yourself trust yourself so you can understand that Gilly can make the right decisions. Because as long as you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep running into people like this. It is a proven fact that 80% of the people that break up with somebody find that exact prototype, just in another person. So that right there proves that it's a change that has to be made. It's the only thing that's promised in life, change. Nothing is stagnant. Either things get worse or it get better. You got to control that.
And that's the part of insanity that I was told. Because I was looking for the exact same person in a different person. That's insanity. And that's what I was doing. There's a whole bunch of comments. Moon Tortoise.
Oh shit.
A bunch.
Okay. Let's do this thing. Cool Vibes introduces.
Nope, there's this one
Cool
first.
Vibes. Shannon. Tortoise noises. Shannon Trochet. I gotta know if I'm saying that okay. There are shelters that will help. You just have to be willing to go through the course of putting up with the extra. And it's true. I don't want you to do things. It's okay to be alone. Alone makes us individually strong. That's from Cool Vibes introduces. Kendall Cobb, secondhand tents, survival gear. Get really acquainted with it. Cool Vibes introduces. We all go through different seasons for different reasons. Quoted by Chili Mo. Vanessa, Domatita Tanate. Good morning. Watching from Cebu, Philippines. Oh, thank you. Sorry for butchering your name, Vanessa. Shannon, Kimberly, my great friend, have you ever thought about a physical platform? Because although this is great within itself, being in front of people physically helps a lot better. I'm willing to go through this with you and counsel these people from the perspective of a person who has experimented a lot in life, and maybe being up close and personal, we can touch bases with these individuals a bit more. Excuse me. Individually strong, correction. It's funny because I actually said that. Cool Vibes. I'm sorry. Happy Friday, everyone. It's Friday?
No,
maybe
in the Philippines.
Maybe in the Philippines. In the Philippines.
I wish.
Just letting you
happy
know
it's
if
a Friday.
I drop
Yes.
off in a second, I didn't
Just
hang
like
up. If I drop
letting us
off in
know.
a second, I didn't log out.
Thank you for that token of good faith, Gilly.
Thank you for the acknowledgement of my name.
Of course.
There you go. Okay,
Thank
so
you for the Philippines.
nobody.
So Shannon's on. Oh,
I apologize.
sorry, Badger. I was gonna say Shannon was onto something there with the meeting people in real life. So I was trying to do more street things with people living on the street and just that kind of thing in general. Hard hitting reporting. No, go ahead, Badger. I had
Soon as you get home. Soon as you get home. Soon as you get home. We can't do on the street things when you're not here. So, anyways, no, everybody's from around the world. Nobody's in the same state except for Moon Tortoise and Gilly at this present second. Everybody else is in a different state.
Yes.
So, we are going to do more hands-on, but at the end of the day, this isn't a story to pick on you, Gilly. This really isn't. This is about giving power to something. And like, if we didn't know it, it didn't exist. If it didn't exist in such a negative space, if it didn't exist with such malice, I don't think a lot of people would give it such attention. It's just a feeling. It really is just a feeling. This too shall pass, even though that sounds so cliche. It's the truth, though, because at the end of the day, nothing's there forever. It's just the moment that you're living in it. And it may seem like it's a lot at this moment, and it's going to take off, and it's going to be the last moment of your whole entire existence. If that's what's meant to happen, that's what will happen. But I don't believe that's what's meant to happen. And I don't see that happening with you. I see that you're in this, and I see that it's rough. I hear that it's rough. I don't physically see it. I hear that it's rough. I can relate. I had to leave, and it was not a place where I had to go. It was actually my biological mother's place, and I actually was her power of attorney and her guardian, her medical guardian. I didn't have to leave. That person lived there or come there whenever they wanted to, and she allowed it, so I left. I packed up everything, and I left homeless after just fighting for my life. It was not easy. It was very scary, very hard. And I slept in my vehicle, and I slept in my hammock in tents outside. I have a covered tent over top of my hammock in a bug net. Sometimes our peace is more important than what we're going through, that we will jump out of a moving vehicle just to maintain it because we're not thinking rationally, but we're thinking survival. And when it comes to survival, everybody on this platform will admit, or on this panel right now, when it comes to survival, that's a whole nother race. Moon Tortoise, what have you had to done because it was survival recently?
What's that?
What have you had to done because it was survival recently?
Oh, recently. I've done some, you know what, if you can imagine it, I've probably done it for survival. I don't care how nasty y'all are. It just happens, you know? We got to do what you got to do. I don't know if it's getting better, but still alive. It's definitely getting better. I've been in some really horrible places. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be sitting here talking about this situation with friends for an hour and a half. You just do what you got to do sometimes. Sorry, that wasn't a more cheerful answer. Am I froze? Am I being punked? Badger?
I'm
I
still
think
here.
Badger
I still
froze.
hear you.
Hi,
Possibly.
Jonathan.
Hello there, good
I
sir.
think
How
yeah,
you doing today? It's the
oh,
moon. The moon.
And
yes,
um,
we got a lot of moon people going on. I'm crazy because of the moon. The moon makes me nuts when it's full. It's around full moons. I feel weird, and I'm also hellishly sick right now. I've been sick for the past couple of days with like some kind of horrible head cold, summer head cold, and
Mm.
yeah, I just kind of want to like have coughing fits every 5 seconds. It's
Oh,
going.
does the pressure change really get
I
to you?
don't know what's getting to me. I guess, but no. It feels because I have allergies all the time, but this one just felt like a microbial pathogen of some sort. You know, you just know sometimes. Badger.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, everything was loading, and this thing is crazy.
All right, my phone's about to die, but thank you for your encouragement.
Gilly,
Yeah,
you
Gilly,
still there?
it's gonna be uncomfortable until it gets comfortable. You'll have to go through the uncomfortable first. It sucks, but that's the only way you're gonna grow.
Not if
And one realistic thing I can do to try and help is try and get together a list of things that's going on with your car and at least send it to me so we have it.
the whole rear end went up under the wheel.
Oh shit. Well, I've done rear ends, and
Yeah.
that's not a joke about my OnlyFans career. No, yeah, no,
No, I was told I'd need a whole new
it's
rear end.
doable. Jonathan, I got to believe it. Okay. Well,
Oh, it's doable.
it's doable. It is doable.
I like the double
I'm switching a
entendre.
front end right now.
Yeah.
Me and Harry did like four rear. Me and Harry did like four rear ends in the last. Well, this is not sounding good in the last like week or two. So
It is not sounding really good, especially I know the real truth. It was a great
it's
time.
all automotive. It's all automotive. Lots of lube. Very straightforward. Straight
Yeah,
piping.
exactly. Some people get it in
All
cars.
right.
Okay, gotcha.
No, you
All
gotta.
right.
All
I
right,
love
Billy. I
y'all.
just
I'm gonna
do
get
that
off.
though. I love you too.
Love you.
Bye.
Love you, Gilly.
Anyways, so we were saying we asked everybody before SGF Graham and Flavor Hype came on. We were asking people if they had a choice to know or not know. You
Oh,
have two boxes. You have the box of knowing what's to come in life, and then you have the box of being able to create whatever you want and not knowing. Which one would you choose, SGF Graham?
I'm too technical. That would come with so many other questions for me to really be able to answer that question. But
I already knew. Moonfortis told me you would.
like but I
You
guess
cannot.
off
You
the
cannot
vague,
change.
I guess just off um the vague roundabout you gave, it have to be I can do anything I want.
Because knowing doesn't give you the right to change it. You just know what's to come. You can't alter it. You can't change it. You can't do anything different. You just know.
But if it's what I want to do, then let's get it cracking. But at the same time, if it ain't, then I'd rather do what I want. So it's like I said, so many questions of that. But just off the vagueness of what you gave it, it have to be
Second
doing
choice.
what I want. Yeah, making choice.
Okay. No, and it's not any other way. It's the way that your life is now. It's just to know ahead of time what's to come. It's not what you want. It's bullshit.
Oh,
No,
I'm
just
still
no.
gonna get there. Though. I'm still gonna get there. So
Yeah,
I still change it so I can get there sooner. But I'm still gonna get there.
of course. Flavor Hype. The ability to know or not know.
The ability to not know. There will be a lot of decisions I would make differently to try to alter and change it, just because I believe that has a lot to do with human nature. We want to change things if we know, oh, this is going to happen over here, and I'm not going to like that, so I'm going to try to change this over here. This is going to be undue stress. So I'd rather continue to live and do what I can, do what I have been doing. Sure, I'll make some mistakes, whatever the case may be, but I don't want to have the stress of trying to figure out how to alter something, how to change something that I might not like in the future. I just want to be able to live in the now and work it.
Yep. Okay. I can receive that. Secrets of the Moon wants to know. Gilly wants to know. A lot of people want to know. And the fact of the matter is I believe that even knowing, even if it isn't your conscious mind, your subconscious is going to remember it and you're going to have it written for you. So you're going to automatically go down that path because you know what's to come. I think that our life now, not knowing, is easier because we have no limitations to what we can do. We only put limitations on ourselves. We only put a cap on our lives by us. And that's through doubt, situations, limitations. Them are all things that we put upon us. Them are not natural things that just get put upon us. We are putting those upon us because that is not what the all in all said. That is not how you're born. You weren't born knowing what's to come. We have to face these trials. Moon Tortoise, as Jeff Graham said, he needs more information to go off of. He said that's too vague for him, and you called it out.
Yeah. Before we talked, I looked Kimberly dead in the eye through Messenger, and I said, "You're gonna ask SGF Graham that question, and he's gonna be like, I don't know, it's too kind of like convoluted for me, and I can't really come up with a feasible answer for it. You're gonna have to repeat the question." I know, yeah. I have a hard time answering it too, to be fair.
So what does this say?
God, I'm willing. It says, your mind is only as bound as you make it. Freeing your mind and letting go and letting God has helped me a lot.
I agree. Let it go and just have faith in whatever it is you believe in, whatever it may be that you believe in. Just allow what's meant to be. I do want to get back on this subject real quick about having someone respect you when you don't respect you. You can't ask for something that you are not willing to give yourself. So you can't be dehydrated in a desert with water sitting next to you, but you don't want to drink it and ask someone to give you some water. So
it's a great analogy.
You can't expect somebody to appreciate you or value you if you don't appreciate you and value you. If you see yourself as weak and if you see yourself as indolent and you see yourself as vulnerable, that's how someone else is going to treat you because that's what you see. That's what they see.
That, and you really, really got to study the native flora and fauna of any biome you plan on getting lost in before you get lost in it.
Yes. I like that. I agree. You
don't want to bite into a poison cactus now.
But cactuses do hold a lot of water and they're very healthy for you. So make sure you're biting in the right one.
Indeed.
At the end of the day, though,
Great.
Life is difficult because there's lessons, there's triumphs, there's tribulations, there's a lot of things that we have to go through. We have to grow through them, honestly. They're there for a reason. I like the fact that I asked for this beforehand, even on the bad days. I'd rather it be something that I did willingly because there's something I wanted to learn. I don't know what the thing is that I have to learn from this. I'm still trying to learn it. But I like the fact that I had a choice and a say in it over the fact that somebody else forced it upon me, and now I have to deal in it. And now I don't know what to do because it's forced upon me, and it was out of my own free, it was against my own free will. It was against everything that I asked. Peace and love.
Badger,
Have a good Friday.
Vanessa. Oh, bye, guys. My phone's in. Thank you, Vanessa. Lovely having you stop by.
Enjoy the Philippines.
Badger, I always disagree with you sometimes on that sentiment about the whole thing. And I've been thinking about it. And sometimes when you're playing a video game and you get your ass kicked over and over again, it gives you the option to quit the game. And it says start again. And some games start you right off on start again. So you're like, I'm done with this. And you hit start again by accident and you've started the game over again and you're playing it and you're pissed off. That is where I feel I landed. Like, I was like, I'm going to quit. And then I accidentally hit start again. And I'm like, I can't fucking believe I did this. And now I'm not trying to erase my old score. And I know that sounds kind of negative, but it's just how I feel about that question.
And I get that. Whatever makes you feel good at night, deal with that one. Hold on to that one. Keep that one.
I don't know if it makes me feel good.
Not everything works for everybody. I say find strength. And I'm talking to somebody who can't find it. So to them, they're going to feel like I said to them, hold $1 million out your rear end and go skip across the moon. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it feels like to them. It feels like something that's unreachable. But at the end of the day, we've all been in situations that felt like it was unreachable until we were forced to reach them. If we had somebody every single day hold our hand and say, here, don't worry about it. I'm going to reach that for you. Now, if you're like the Secrets of the Moon, you only stand 4 foot to nothing, that's different. But at the end of the day, she's not asking everybody to hold her life. She's just asking somebody to grab something down from the top shelf.
I'm vertically challenged, too.
I'm just saying, you're not asking anybody to hold your life. You're just asking them to grab something from the shelf.
I might be able to put it back, but I might not be able to get it.
I saw that firsthand. I was like, here, let me put this back for you. She's like, oh, no, I can put it back. I'm like, oh, okay. Now, it wasn't back where it was when she tried to grab it, though. But, hey, it was back. And she definitely put it back. Like on the edge of the thing, but it was definitely in back. What did Chili Mo say?
Cool Vibes introduces, says 2 great books by author Don Miguel Ruiz, and that I highly recommend all to read: The 4 Agreements and The Mystery of Love. To him is making certain.
Yes. The 4 Agreements.
Mastery of Love.
The Mastery.
Oh, can we do an Unseen Twisted book club?
Sure.
No, that sounds absolutely just exhausting.
It is. That's why I said it so quietly.
I know.
I'm tired already just thinking about the book that I can't see to read.
I love books. I love books. I miss reading. I miss
seeing. I just miss seeing. I just miss seeing. Sometimes I don't know. I don't know what it's like to be able to see what I write. But yeah, I miss it. I miss reading. I like audiobooks, but not every book is on an audiobook.
No.
And hearing it is different than seeing it. I'd rather see it than hear it. I can
I get it.
interpret it better through my own eyes. But at the end of the day, power and pain. If we didn't know pain existed, we didn't know it hurt, we didn't contribute to loss and to something terrible, then our mind wouldn't hold on to it as a memory. Our mind wouldn't give it a place. We are living with this free will, and yet we're allowing this thing that's a tool have more power over us. And that's what I wanted to say to Gilly before she had dipped out. She's allowing her mind own her instead of her owning her mind. Because at the end of the day, your mind doesn't think. Your mind doesn't have a brain. Not like that. Not like that. Your nerve endings do the memory. It has the brain. Your nerve, your blood does. All that does. Your mind knows where to associate things.
And Pepperidge Farm remembers.
And Pepperidge Farm remembers. But at
Always.
the end of the day, our mind really is just a tool. It doesn't have that much control over us as that we give it. We allow it to become so powerful that we're weak. We feel weak. We feel like we don't trust ourselves no more, that we make proper decisions for ourselves, that we're incapable of taking care of ourselves. When you could run a whole household and homeschool people and keep having children and keep all the finances afloat and make sure everybody gets their doctor's appointments and do all that stuff, that means you're powerful. That means you're resilient. It means you're strong. And you give somebody else power over you to take it all away. You can always gain it back. And it may not be what you want, and it may not be what you're looking for, but you can find the strength to do better. It's definitely not easy, though, especially when you're addicted to something. And a lot of people are addicted to pain. A lot of people are addicted to the negative thoughts. A lot of people are addicted to temporary things because they're trying to expect it to become a permanent source or a resource when it can't, because it's temporary for a reason. Nothing beyond this moment exists. Not really. Yesterday was just a word. It never ever came. Tomorrow doesn't ever come. It's always in the moment. 5 minutes from now is never going to appear. It's always going to be in that moment.
Yeah.
I find pain.
What are you going to do?
I find pain in an uncomfortable situation because that's when you're forced to grow. You're forced to see it. Nobody really wants to open up their door and be stuck in a situation where they're not wanted or uncomfortable. Yet, the only time we're going to grow is when we're uncomfortable, because we get so comfortable, it becomes numb and stagnant and habit forming. And then we get stuck in situations 10 years down the line where we never really even loved that person because it just became a habit. And I'm talking about yourself. I'm not talking about another individual.
I know. Well, Badger,
Yes.
what do you think?
I think that we should do, what is that thing to ask the audience. I thought somebody was coming. I thought DDH was coming on, but I guess not. What is that? It said ask the audience a question real quick. I sent it to you. I can go look.
Oh, hold on. You sent it to me in my inbox?
I sure did.
I was say we never even got to bullet points.
I know, because someone took it over.
Well, we needed to talk about stuff.
So there's a difference between Pain being a teacher and Pain being a ruler.
Let's see. Sadly, it sometimes cuts things off for me. It says the difference between Pain being a teacher and a ruler. You said.
Yep. What's the difference
What are you
between
asking?
Pain being a teacher and Pain being a ruler?
Well, for me personally, it's I had a lot to learn on that, and once you let pain and tragedy and circumstances teach you, it's you get it helps to get rid of that victim mentality about the whole thing. That these things happen and you let them shape you and you harden you. I mean, I guess that's the easiest way to put it for me. How you let pain control you or not control you. I learned every time I hit my head, I guess.
I gotta find these again. I apologize. So, Secrets of the Moon. What's the difference between Pain being a teacher and Pain being a ruler?
I feel like Pain being a teacher means that you've mastered it. Because if you're a teacher, you know it to some degree. Um, so that's something that you can share with others. And Pain being a ruler, um, I think it's the complete opposite. Um, ruler, as in, it's it it has taken over, or ruler, as in like
It just says ruler.
what kind of ruler are we talking about?
It just Pain being a ruler.
Well, if it's a ruler of if it's the Pain being a ruler that I'm thinking of, I feel like a teacher, a Pain of teacher, you're able to control your emotions and navigate them, communicate them, express them, and so forth, and share that experience and those teachings on. If it's the Pain of the ruler that I'm thinking, it sounds like you're letting the pain rule you. Um, so I'm not really. I just think that that's the complete opposite of the teacher part. But if you're
It is.
the other ruler where you've conquered, you're past the teaching part, you can control it. Um, you don't even let the pain, um, like Alabama shirt. I forget your name. I'm sorry, but he had said something about not letting pain even have like be initiated, or like you're knocking it off before it even gets there, so you don't even know what pain is at that point. um you're not giving it that initiation to even form for you to even know that the pain is there. You can be a ruler of that in some great form. But it just depends on how you view the ruler. You can let the pain rule you, or you can rule the pain and suffice, and you wouldn't even know what it is, but to know that it's a word. Pain is just the word.
Okay. Um. So SGF Fram, it says pain being a teacher versus pain being a ruler.
What are you asking?
It said ask the difference. Ask the difference between pain being a teacher versus pain being a ruler.
What's the difference?
That's what it says.
Oh, okay. To me, if it's the ruler, you never got the lesson. You're gonna continue going through this loop. And once it becomes the teacher, you're at least gonna understand, okay, do I really love this negativity that I'm going through? If so, let me learn some techniques like transmuting or whatever, or let me get out of it for good. But regardless, now you're learning.
Okay. Flavor hype. Pain being a ruler versus pain being a teacher.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty good. For me, here's how I see it. The difference: if pain is a ruler, it's over you. You don't learn from it at all. You only know that it's above you, and you conform to that mentality. If pain is a teacher, you learn from it and you grow from it. It teaches you something. Now, you might not get the message right away, but being a teacher is always imparting some type of wisdom, some type of knowledge, some type of education on you. And you continue to use that and grow and be able to use that throughout life as a way to help navigate. A ruler just forces you to be under its thumb, doesn't teach you anything. It just tries to have power over you. And that's its only purpose if it's the ruler.
Okay, okay. I like that. I agree. I agree. So this says mental health awareness, breaking cycles of emotional imprisonment. And that's basically what we're doing when we allow pain to stay in us. It puts us in a imprisoned situation because now we're giving this pain so much control and power that it dictates. That's where the ruler came in. It dictates. It dictates what we do and how we do it and how well we do it because of the pain, because we feel weak. We feel enabled. We feel vulnerable. We feel like we have a problem and that we have an illness. It's crazy. It's crazy how much your mind allows you to change who you are on a daily basis. It's crazy how powerful it can be if you allow it to be. We're going to wrap this up and do some positive quote or positive messages, and we'll start off with Moon Tortoise. What's your positive message?
What is my positive message? Wow, I actually didn't even have one. So I feel like crap, and the sickness is really kicking my ass now at this point. And so always support you. Thank you, Susanita. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. My positive quote is just try and get through what you're going through. I mean, obviously people are having a hard time. I don't know. I just want to be all sarcastic and say, what can I say? You're either gonna kick the bucket or you're gonna keep walking. So I don't really have a positive quote. I'm gonna take all the pain I'm feeling right now and hopefully channel it into feeling better and hack my lungs out for the next 5 minutes. So it's been an interesting podcast. I love you guys. There's always someone who'll listen.
Secrets
It-
of the Moon. What is your positive message?
My positive message would be, or quote, it would be just one positive thought in the beginning of the day, in the morning, can dictate the rest of your day. So if you start there, you wake up, you say some affirmations, or you give yourself positive things, that can dictate your whole day. You can control your whole day just by speaking things into existence early in the morning. Preferably in the shower, if you know anything about that. That's the best way to manifest. But we won't get into that. But yes, just saying something positive to yourself every day will change your whole aspect and your whole mindset. So that's my positive thought.
SGF Graham.
One day at a time. That it starts one day at a time, making daily goals so you can start trusting yourself. Therefore, everything else can start kicking in. It takes one day at a time.
Flavor High. Positive message.
It looked like everyone froze for a minute, so I just wanted to make sure I was still animated.
You were.
All right. Positive message. Wow. No matter what's going on in your life, if you feel like you are going through hell, keep going. There's nothing like looking back at what you've been through, knowing that you've conquered it, knowing that you've gone through it, and having a sense of it wasn't as bad as I thought it was because I've been through it. Now I know that I'm stronger than I was, stronger than I thought I was. You always had the strength. It's all about utilizing it, tapping into that reserve tank you have at any point in time. Just be able to tell yourself, I can get through it. As tough as it might be, if you're going through hell, keep going.
My positive message, it's only dark in the storm because you're in the middle of it. Once you're out of the middle of the storm, it won't be so dark. So have faith in yourself. Because if you doubt you, everybody's going to be shady around you. So, starts with self. Give yourself that self-love. Give yourself that pat on your back and tell yourself you got this and you'll be all right. It may be hard and it may be shitty, but guess what? It's only shitty for a second because when this is over with, it's going to be a piece of cake. Kendall Cobb says, if I can walk through fire, so can you. Don't limit your capabilities. Tim Cran said, pain is a human sense. It exists from a reason. Don't live numb. Let the pain teach you a lesson. Learn from them. And don't let them rule over your ability to live. And be a human. And hugs are important. Hugs are important. All right, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. That was the whole Twisted team. Go ahead.
Real quick, I just wanted to say, and I heard, Kendall Cobb was on there. Kendall Cobb was some fire-ass art. I was on a live, I think it was last night, just kind of chit-chatting with her a little bit as she was creating some of the stuff, and I'm like, wow, this is like, I knew it was good, but just watching it during its creation, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So if you haven't tapped into Kendall Cobb, tap into Kendall Cobb. Kendall Cobb gonna get you right.
Mondays and Wednesdays at 9-ish to about 10-ish, sometimes 11-ish. It all depends on how many times she drops her brush. But please tap in and tune in because not only is she a dope artist, but she's hilarious. Bruh. That's Kendall Cobb.
Yes, she is.
Thank you for allowing us into your home, your heart, your ears. And Kendall Cobb is part of our family. We're delighted and grateful to have her. May your night be full of positive energy and high vibrations. Ashe, everyone. It's your life. What you going to do with it?
Peace, peace.
Let's get to the bottom of this one. Unspoken truths that I miss one. Tap into the minds of the people. Rather acknowledge before I dismiss one. Atheists, Muslim, Christians, Buddhists, they all got usage. All got perspective. It's a collective. Get to the bottom where the truth is. Where the heart's uncovered. Where you detox from all of the lies you smothered. Where them tries could have killed you. But with faith you recover. Yeah. Peel off the makeup. We finna take off. Never said it'd be a cakewalk. Meditate till we charged up. That's Hugo's regardless. Decalcify my pineal. Breaking language barriers, we saw millennials. Planets passing age rotations, down me we owe. So down me we know. Sometimes we can be slow, that's why my ears open. Every drop you add could complete the ocean. Speak up, play your part too. Been vulnerable, it's so hard to reflect on all the Jews like torture. It's on you, tell the truth.
Yeah, we about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Listen. Yeah, aim in the fit so you see in the mirror. Play with your focus and watch it get clear. Polish your crown, turn it up if you wear it. You live in the root, release what you're fearing. And watch it all rise, the righteous will hear it. They calling us twisted, I'm not even caring. Because it's unseen, the mind is too barren. They won't even heal it, they pass it to cheering. We over here healing, conversing and listening. Know that the truth isn't always appealing, but end it with healing and find your beginning. Frequency positive, what you receiving. Perception is up to you, what you believing. What you retrieving, mentally speaking. Like that they breathing, no words from a heathen. Don't know it all, but together undefeated. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather want it, you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the trial with the students and teachers. All got a voice, we the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen, hey. Yeah. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. We about to have a good conversation. Yeah, let's go. Praying for truth cause the world is so fickle. Keeping my mental, how clean is a whistle. Attention's a trap, they can lead you astray. Steering this ship through the storm and the haze. Real conversations are lost in the greed. Others get lost in the web that it weaves. Sift through the rhetoric, uncover schemes. Knowledge inherited, this is imperative. I got a lot on my mind and I'm sharing it. Apples to oranges, it ain't no comparisons. I'm the type that'll never break character. I'm the type to make memories and cherish them. Trust intuition and doubt or disparity. Pursuing the echoes of wisdom. Chasing that moment of clarity. Conversation, rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track, we the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Conversation, rather one if you need it. Come fill up your tank before it's depleted. Don't care if you calling on Allah, Jesus, Buddha or Christian, not being facetious. Come to the track with the students and teachers. All got a voice, who the ears that'll listen. Who the ears that'll listen. We the ears that'll listen. Huh?
It's on you, tell the truth.